Four men carrying a corrosive substance have been arrested in London amid a crackdown following a series of acid attacks. Police discovered the liquid alongside gloves and a balaclava. After stopping a suspicious car in Leytonstone shortly before 9 p.m. on Wednesday, a spokesperson for the Metropolitan Police said the four suspects inside, two aged 17 and two aged 18, were arrested on suspicion of possessing a noxious substance and detained. They were stopped a short distance east of the locations of 5 acid attacks launched in just 90 minutes on the 13th of July, which was followed by another assault on a moped rider in Dagenham, and then an attack on a female paramedic. A pregnant woman had acid thrown on her stomach in a separate incident in Mile End on July 4th, while cousins Jamil Mukhtar and Rejham Khan were severely injured in an acid attack in Beckton in June. On Wednesday, a man was attacked with a corrosive substance in his own home in Dagenham. Instead of handing over the money, as agreed, police said the visitor squirted the liquid in the man's face before grabbing the phone and fleeing. Scotland Yard said the man was taken to hospital for treatment but did not suffer life-threatening injuries. No arrests have been made. The spike in incidents has prompted a new strategy by the government, including the possibility of life sentences for culprits, as well as pledges from the police to use existing powers to prevent attacks. Detective Inspector Michelle Peters from CID said Wednesday's arrest showed how stop and search laws could be used. The impact of these substances on victims is terrible, she added. Let me be clear, those found carrying corrosive substances will be arrested and they will be made to face the consequences. The Metropolitan's Police Deputy Commissioner, Craig Mackey, has warned that some gang members are moving across to using corrosive fluids as weapons, in preference to guns and knives. He told the London Police and Crime Committee there were 455 acid offences recorded in London last year, with 63% being assaults, including 23% robberies. More than 80% of both suspects and victims were men, with East London identified as a major hotspot. MPs have debated possible measures to counter the crimes, including tougher sentences, and the government has proposed classifying corrosive substances as dangerous weapons. An acid attack victim from Luton who wished to be named only as Mr. Khan told The Independent that those found guilty should get 15 years in prison, minimum. It's disgusting that someone can so easily obtain that kind of liquid and change someone's life, he added. Deputy Commissioner Mackey said his officers were intervening, stopping, searching people, seizing stuff and making arrests, but warned that some of these substances being used were not specifically defined within the existing laws. The impact of this sort of attack has on people is extraordinary, he added. Many of us have been unfortunate to see quite a bit in our service, but acid attacks are really extraordinary and strike at something quite horrific in people's psyche. Concerns have also been raised over a potential copycat effect from the recent increase in crimes, with water being thrown at a Muslim woman outside a Southampton mosque in a suspected hate crime on Tuesday. Assaults have also been reported outside London, including the West Midlands, where police are hunting a man accused of launching a new attack in Solihull. The police said the suspect shouted, "I've got acid," before squirting people outside of a pub. The substance hit one man in the face, but he escaped unhurt after washing it off with water. The suspected driver of the car has been arrested, but the suspected attacker, who was the passenger, remains at large. The government's policing minister, Nick Hurd, warned that crime is changing in the UK as annual statistics were released on Thursday. We recognise that crime is changing and we are determined to get ahead of new and emerging threats to the safety and security of our families and communities, he said. Our latest action, announced in the past week, includes urgent work to bear down on acid attacks and proposals to strengthen the law to get knives off our streets. He praised police after statistics gathered by the Independent Crime Survey for England and Wales showed offences down by over a third since 2010 and down by almost 70% since the peak in 1995. But figures separately published by the Office for National Statistics show the largest rise in crime for over a decade, with those recorded by police up by 10% to almost 5 million between April 2016 and March 2017. Violent crime was up by 18%, robbery by 16%, and sex offences up by 14%, as Home Office data shows number of police officers at lowest since 1985. It's a sad state of affairs indeed to think that we will bequeath to the next generation a country where acid attacks are a daily occurrence. We cannot let that happen. This is the White Wolf. Thanks for listening.